And we are back, man. What a beautiful, beautiful Monday morning. What's up, B Rich?
What it do? What it do, man? Fresh off this Super Bowl Sunday, man. What's up?
Hey, man, just a lot, man. A lot. Like you said, man, Super Bowl Sunday was yesterday. This is the Monday after the Monday water break, man. And it was a lot going on in that game last night. A lot that we're hoping, us as Atlanta fans, we're hoping woke our organization up. We hoping that they didn't hit the snooze button either. We hoping that it woke them up. Ring the alarm. Get up.
Man, watching Philadelphia, man, and seeing Jalen Carter, the impact that he had, the double teams that he had, the penalties that was called on him, and just the impact of that front four, man. I mean, Philadelphia did not blitz that much, and when they did blitz, he threw picks. But like the four-man rush held Patrick Mahomes in check. That's what I want to see the Atlanta Falcons do, man. I would love to see the Falcons have a front four like that that's getting pressure on the quarterbacks and winning Super Bowls, man. What can we do to get there?
Man, well, first we got like we just put out a video, right? And the whole premise of the video is, dear Atlanta Falcons, why can't we draft and dominate like that? And what it's talking about is like changing the mindset. Like you have to go into it with a mindset for your organization. And certain organizations, they just have a mindset of what parts of their team are gonna be set. Like it's non-negotiable. It's certain parts of these teams that certain organizations feel are non-negotiable. When it comes to the Ravens, yeah, they may have slippage 1 year, 2 years here and there, but that's a defensive-minded team. They're gonna go in, they're gonna have a tough defense, they're gonna have hard hitting linebackers, they're gonna have a good D line. Philadelphia Eagles, I feel like have been the same way all the way back to when they had Jimmy Johnson. Andy Reid was the head coach, and Johnson was the defensive coordinator. They always had tough D lines, they always had tough safeties and linebackers, and they had tough and strong O lines. And so the Falcons are gonna have to shift the mindset, man. Like if they really want to get that, they're gonna have to think first. Let's build in the trenches and then build out from there.
Speaking of that, let's watch the video. Oh, hold on, I gotta upload it. Go ahead, keep talking.
Yeah, man, it's all good. Hey, it was a nice setup, man. Like the idea for the law was great, but it just didn't make it to my hands. You know what I'm saying?
Got to regroup after turnover, Trey Young turnover. I gotta wait for
Hey,
Cliff to
man,
tell us to get back
speaking of
back
Trey,
out to
man,
the field.
Trey. Speaking of Trey, Trey is in the All Star game now, but we'll talk about that
Oh,
in a little bit.
well, how's he an
I
All
just
Star then?
I just saw that Chris Haynes tweeted out, and I double check it, but I just saw what Chris Haynes tweeted out that Trey should be replacing Giannis Antetokounmpo. Um, so let me see to make certain. But anyway, we're not gonna make this about Trey this second.
That's good. That's great news, man.
But we'll see if it holds true. I think he was saying it's gonna happen. Hopefully it's not him saying he hopes it happens. But anyway, man, like the Eagles definitely should have sounded the alarm for the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, around the league, but I'm talking about the Falcons. I'm talking about we have to. There has to be an emphasis put on building the line, and then even better. Man, I was on with the historian for a minute last night. I was getting ready to go to bed. I jumped on YouTube and I saw they were on. So I just joined his live for about 15 minutes while I was getting ready to head out, man, for bed. And he was talking about how we got to improve the scouts. And if that's what has to improve to get us better defensive players, to get the better players that fit what we trying to do, we're going to have to do something because this team needs to be tough. And if you got defensive coordinators who don't want to blitz, I mean, because there's nothing wrong with blitzing, but you can't be a team that doesn't want to blitz and then you don't have a front four that can do anything and get there. Come on, man. I say it all the time. Boy, you better stop.
Hey Trey, you
Man,
think you
we
can
got
catch his
we
alley
got to
oop
get it
now?
together. Say what now?
Think you can catch his alley oop now?
Go ahead, man. Throw it on.
Dear Atlanta Falcons, my Atlanta Falcons. I hope you learned something last night because class was in session. Last night, the Philadelphia Eagles slapped around Pat Mahomes like a red pinata. That man couldn't do anything. One first down in the first half. You see what happens when you prioritize the defensive line? You see what happens when you draft the O-line? You see what happens when you prioritize the trenches instead of a tight end at number 4? A tight end at number 4? A tight end at number 4? Boy, you better stop. All game long, I had to sit there jealous as I watched the Eagles slam Pat Mahomes on his head again and again. And all I could think to myself was somewhere my Atlanta Falcons sitting back watching saying, that's impressive. So with the 15th pick, we need to draft another tight end. In all seriousness, something has to change. It's about a mindset of the whole organization. You say you want a tough team, but you're building from the outside in. You say you want a tough D-line and O-line, well, get tough guys to play the tough positions. I'm not a football genius, but my God, my 10-year-old son could think that up all by himself, and he don't even like football. I knew something was wrong when we met Terry Fontenot, and he told that same son, you need to be playing football. I said, oh my God, he can't even identify when someone would rather play roadblocks than pass block. What the hell is going on? All jokes aside, we got all the skill positions out the way. It's time to build the rest of the team. I hope y'all paying attention. Shout out to my partner Sean Fallion, my partner PJ, and my new partner Frost. I'm glad all y'all Eagle fans enjoying yourself. Shout out to Jalen Hurts and all them Georgia Bulldogs that won the title.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dog. And that's a true story. We met Terry Fontenot. He saw my 10-year-old son. My son wasn't 10 at the time. He was 8. He saw my son and said, hey, man, you need to be playing football. I know you play football, man. You need to play football for me. And all I thought to myself was, you can't even identify somebody who hates the sport. That man don't want to play no football. He all about roadblocks, not pass blocks. Come on, Terry. We got to get it together.
Hey, you see what L. Dean Hurd said? Miles.
Yeah,
Garrett
man.
is
Miles
the-
Garrett is the answer. Let's see if they can get him. He definitely will help. He definitely will help, man. The Falcons have to get tough, man.
Would you package trade with the number 1 overall pick this year to get him and some other stuff?
Yes, I would. Yes, I would.
Yeah,
I sure would.
I think the Atlanta Falcons should put together something creative, send him a first-round pick, something else, and get Miles Garrett. I think that right there would be a big piece to build upon. Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, he's already proven. I mean, who you gonna draft in the first round that you can automatically say can give you the production that he can give you? Like he has a track record. You already know what he's going to give you,
Yeah.
and so we'll see, man. We'll see where he ends up. Crazy thing about those Eagles, we got the 15th pick, L. Smith. We got the 15th pick. But let me tell you, the crazy thing about that Eagles D line, right? The Eagles lost what was quote unquote their best pass rusher, Hassan Reddick. Hassan Reddick went and was supposed to go to the Jets and held out. He didn't even want to go. Man, how a team loses the guy who was their best sack leader, and then the D-line look even better. And it's not just the Georgia player. Like we see the Georgia players, but it's not just them. Man, they got players all across that line.
Hey, what's crazy is how you think he feeling right now? How is Hassan Reddick feeling right now about leaving and not getting a ring? He gotta feel like boo boo the fool, man. Hell wrong with him, man.
Man, hey, man, it kind of reminds me of who was that, man? I remember when Tiki Barber, man, left the Giants. Not like he left on his own, but he left Giants. He had a whole bunch to say about Eli. I never win this, and Eli never win that. And I want to say, I thought Jeremy Shockey had some statements or something to say as well. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Jeremy Shockey was still on the team. And then Eli went and won a ring. I'm talking about the very next year after Tiki Barber bashed him in the press. Man, he ain't this, he ain't that, he ain't this. And they won without him. So I know Hassan Reddick somewhere with tears in his beers.
Yeah, I want to read some Instagram comments. Chase Too Funny said, don't trade Kyle Pitts. Let him and MP9 get a full offseason together. Okay. 320 Neat says, Arthur Blank is the problem. 320 Neat says, Arthur Blank needs to sell. He is the problem. Yeah, once again, he says, all Atlanta sports front offices are the problem. Well, Nick, I would say Arthur Blank isn't a problem. I feel like Arthur Blank has really put together a great staff and team around him as far as picking and making decisions. Now, have some of these panned out? No, they haven't, but I really like Arthur Blank. He's definitely a epitome of a good NFL owner, in my opinion. He's definitely trying to bring a winner. He's not scared to spend the right money, and he's not scared to put the right people around him. Just some of the decisions that have been made. I mean, you can't help that we went to the Super Bowl. We was up 28-3, and just bad decisions on defense and offense just didn't compel us to get there. So he's trying. I don't put it on Arthur Blank at all.
Yeah, like I don't think Blank should sell the team, but I will say this to his point, and you and I, we love Arthur Blank, like I really do. But I will say this, man, no one should be absolved of some kind of criticism. So it does have to start somewhere. And when you look at the way what rolls downhill, it has to start at the top. Like there has to be a change in mindset. Like you can look at every team, man. Look at any team in professional sports. There's a theme around that particular organization, what they seem to always bring to the table. And it has to start at the top. It has to be a mindset and something that is focused on that this is what we're going to try to accomplish again and again and again. Go through basketball, go through baseball, go through football. There are certain things that certain organizations have to have. And I don't think the Falcons have identified what that is that can help them win. I think the Falcons are known for being the smartest man in the room, or hiring people who try to be the smartest man in the room and have the smartest man in the room syndrome. And we mess up more times than not. Sometimes it's plain and simple right there in front of your face.
It's funny you say that because I've heard some rumblings about Bill Belichick saying that he felt Terry Fontenot was the smartest man in the room about everything about personnel, and I think that kind of turned him off. So that's funny you said that.
Yeah.
Facebook, Chris Gates trade Pitts, Cousins, and one of those linebackers for Garrett and draft a tight end from Notre Dame.
Man.
And
Hey,
what about a
hey.
tight end for the Penn State? He the truth. I wish it could be that simple, Chris. Seriously.
Me too. Me too. Because if Cleveland even dumber than I already think some of the organization is, if they make that move, that's crazy.
Man, if we could trade Kyle Pitts, Cousins contract, and one of those linebackers. And a second round pick, but we done got out scot free. I love that. That would
Man, it was. Go ahead.
and then draft a tight end, especially that Penn State one. Jeez.
Man, it was just beautiful football last night from the standpoint of
Dominant.
watch a team come in and dominate. I never, and I mean, I'm gonna say it again. I never thought I would see a Andy Reid led team get dominated the way they got dominated. Like, and shout out to the Chiefs. The Chiefs still great. I know it's a few people crapping on Pat Mahomes right now. Pat Mahomes still the second greatest of all time to me. You can like who you like, but they just shut him down, dog. Like he couldn't do anything last night. They were just on him. Like he had no time. He was flustered. He had no time to do anything. The Eagles they put on a masterful show on the biggest stage, like they really did, man. And for those Eagles fans, my boy Sean Fallion texted me a picture from New Orleans, and I could tell he was having one of the times of his life. He texted me a picture where he was going crazy. I told you last night. For those who missed our Super Bowl watch party, I told B Rich Eve is somewhere in the UK playing Who's That Girl? But everybody from Philly is going crazy right about now. Everybody. Beanie Siegel was going crazy. Gilly was going crazy. Meek Mill was somewhere doing whatever he was. He probably was playing I'm a Boss 100 times doing the Gilly dance. Man, boy, Philly was going crazy last night.
I saw the Gilly dance last night. But listen, the term of last year best describe what happened. South 600 on Instagram says it was belt to ass last night.
Yeah, it was. It was that. It was that. Didn't I tell you what'll happen if you get caught doing such and such again? Oh boy, that's what it was. But they put them boys, like you said, belt to you know what. Man. Set them boys in a corner afterwards.
Hey everybody, man. Share the live, man. Comment on the live. Come in. I'm gonna put a link if y'all want to come join. Man, it's free. It's free digital currency. Spend some of that digital currency on us right now. Like, comment, or come in and chime in what you think about the Super Bowl, what you think about the Falcons. What should we do? Wouldn't it be nice if the Falcons had a front four like the Philadelphia Eagles had last night, all put in belt to ass to Patrick Mahomes last night? Boy, they better stop, as Trey would say. There's the link right there. I'm gonna go ahead.
Oh man, But Dion said, Falcons fan for 18 years. I'm not supporting this team till blank is gone and McKay.
All right, why
Jeez.
you, D Young? Please explain why. So I'd like to hear your reasoning behind that.
Man, boy, that was whew, that was a tough one, boy. He said he not fooling with the Falcons no matter what. Man, it was an exciting football season. While we wait on Dion to answer, uh, man, it actually was an exciting football season, man. Like it really was. Too bad that the Falcons had the season they had, but I think at the end, I think we found us a quarterback. Too bad we had to go through the 100 million for a broke Achilles ordeal, and hopefully this is a lesson going into scouting. But you see, and I'm not saying that he's not going to be a good player, but some rumblings were coming out of the Senior Bowl weekend saying the Falcons are keying in on Malachi Starks from Georgia, which we've been asking for a Georgia player, but saying we've been keying in on Malachi Starks at safety with,
Man,
with our first pick.
from our
That's what some of the rumblings been saying.
from our TikTok, man, Machine Master says, how you feel about Penix saying he wants to play with Pitts?
Man, I feel like he's saying what he's supposed to say. I mean, coming in as a young quarterback, as a starting quarterback, you want to be a leader. You want to show that you embracing everybody and that you're trying to get the best out of who is ever there. You know what I mean? He's trying to get the best out of all the players, and so that's what he should be saying. That's what he should be doing. Hey, man, because at the end of the day, no matter how we feel about him as fans, and I'm talking about how we feel about Kyle Pitts, he's on that team with Michael Penix. So I need to try to get us on the same page to get the best I can get out of him. He sees him every day. He sees something in him and feels like this can be another weapon for me. So hopefully, maybe he can unlock Pitts. Maybe Pitts can get unlocked. Playing with Michael Penix. Let's see and let's hope, because they're already this old school term. They already done budget and, and drafted. But I bet you ain't heard that in a minute. Be rich, somebody say, but he just budget on out there. They already done budget and spent a top 5 pick on Kyle Pitts. Let's see if he can get something out of him. Shout out to Penix for showing leadership and saying that.
Yeah, man, this. I mean, I will say, man, he did have one of the catches of the year last year, so I have to give him that. You know, and the catch I'm referring to is in that Washington game. It was fourth down. Penix rolls and I don't know if he rolls, but he drops back and he drilled that ball low to the ground. Pitts catches it. Michael Penix's first NFL touchdown ever was a dope catch by Pitts. So, you know, he just has to be consistent and do that all the time. And he has to stop loafing. He can't take plays off, man. Go hard every play. And you won't have no problem from me, Pitts. That's what we want to see you do, bro. Just go hard every play. What D Young talking about?
Yeah. Go ahead and read that, Be Rich.
He said we need defense for the last 20 years. Everyone knows this. It's no longer incompetence. It's intelligent. It's intentional neglect.
Mm-hmm.
4 straight years of offensive skill positions in the first round. D Young, that makes a lot of sense, man. So that's why he's saying that he wants to get rid of Arthur Blank and Rich McKay. But those weren't Arthur McKay. Well, I mean, I guess they got okay. And then he says, and you have the best farming system in the country in your backyard. Basic common sense being neglected. I like the way you're thinking, D Young. I don't think we should get rid of Arthur Blank, though. You know, feel like we should make better football decisions, especially from drafting Georgia players. Hey man, the NFL draft, Trey. The NFL draft is just around the way.
Yep, it is.
I think we should do a mock draft live one day.
Okay, man. I'm not really a huge fan though, but I will put in the time. I will put in the time and do a mock draft. I will. I will put in the time and do a mock draft, and we'll talk about it, and we'll go ahead and both get killed for our mock draft picks, and it'll be fun. It'll be all good, man. We can have people do some suggestions on who they think. Like I was saying a little earlier, it seemed like from some rumblings that were coming out of the Senior Bowl that the Falcons were keying in on and zeroing in on Malachi Starks. I know that's not the first D-line position that we would love to hear. We want to hear D-line. Malachi is a safety. And so we'll see. We'll see what they decide to do. I think you was on mute. I didn't really hear you at first, so maybe we're just breaking up. What'd you say?
I said I wouldn't be mad at that pick at all. I wouldn't be mad at that pick at all. Trenton, he says, I hate the team. I hate the term incompetent because you're inferring stupidity, and I'm 100% sure these guys aren't stupid. Yeah, I just think we just made some bad moves. But hey, man, let's say we get it right. Let's say we trade for Myles Garrett, we get Malachi Starks, and we fill in the pieces and some of these guys that Mike Trice comes back and he does this thing, and the Falcons go far. Then you're gonna say we got a potent offense and a great defense. So then it'll probably be different. You know, speaking difference. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like I keep saying this. This reminds me of the 2015-16 Falcons when we had all the new coordinators in 15 and we struggled. And then the next year, I mean, they struggled. They wanted to get rid of Kyle Shanahan. Roddy White didn't like him. Atlanta Press was on his ass, just like we own Zach Robinson's ass and Jimmy Lake. They came back the next year. Everybody's on the same accord. We went to the Super Bowl, almost won the damn thing. So I kind of see that going for the Falcons this coming up year. I mean, why not? You know what I'm saying? You know, and I know that I was real optimistic and unrealistic about the Falcons' chances, but you know, I should have thought better. Hey, man, all these were first-year coordinators. Team had to get acclimated, and I don't know too many teams that have done it year one with new coach and new coordinators. But I feel good about Raheem Morris. I feel good about the direction the Falcons have played. Was I frustrated with Raheem Morris? Did I get frustrated this year with them? Yeah, of course. Of course I did. But I did see some good things for sure.
Man, well, comparing last year to 2015, I think it's easy to do that. But at the same time, it's a lot that was going on there between these two situations. Everything is different. I mean, we can look at it like, okay, we struggled coming in the first year. It's a new coordinator. Maybe they'll get it together. I mean, hey, I'm sure there's times in Falcon history where they came in with a new coordinator, struggled, and then they struggled again and struggled again. So we don't know which year is going to be. The one thing they did do in 2016, they nailed the draft. I mean, that 2016 draft had 4, if not more, impact players on going to the Super Bowl. So that's a big component that we can't just talk about 15. That's a big component to what was done in 16 that helped them. First round, Keanu Neal. Second round, Deion Jones. You got Devondre Campbell and Austin Hooper. Later in that draft, you brought in an all-pro, you know what I'm saying, a former all-pro center and Alex Mack, who was one of the best centers around the league. And I mean, it was a lot that was done that turned that team. When you really think about it, those guys were young, but when you think about it, it turned that team from it was a totally different team than the one in 2015. When you really break it down, like, I mean, we still had Matt, yes, we still had Julio, but they replaced Roddy, and I still felt like Roddy could have played 2016, but they replaced Roddy with Sanu. They brought in more speed in Taylor Gabriel. They finally got a tight end who wasn't a Pro Bowl tight end, but they brought in a tight end who was tight end that could get catches, who could get down the field some, and Austin Hooper. Like I said, Devondre Campbell, Deion Jones, and Keanu Neal. Those all 3 new players who were on the defense that switched it up. So what kind of changes are we going to see with this team that can help our 2025 be better than 2024? Some of those players from last year have to continue to develop. Braylon Trice will be coming back, as B. Rich spoke about. Hopefully, a Roro, maybe he'll step up. Maybe Dorless. No, that's all good. Maybe Dorless will step up. Let's see if we can get an upgrade at corner. Let's see if we can get an upgrade at some cornerbacks. Helping out.
Let's see who wants to come up. Hold on. Hey, what's up, bro?
Oh, snap. What's up, though, y'all? How y'all been, man?
What's up, man? How you been, bro? I remember your face.
Man. I ain't heard from y'all in a minute. How you been?
Yeah. Hey, man, we been good, man. What's going on with you?
Birthday, man. But
it's all good. I appreciate that. That's love, bro. That's love.
Yeah, you going in and out, man.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, get in that Wi-Fi, man. Let's go.
I'm in the Wi-Fi, man. Y'all good. That Super Bowl went nothing but good front offices. That's what happens when you got a good front office. Well, if y'all can name the owner of Philly and Kansas City right now, tell me. What's the owner of the Philly in Kansas City right now?
I don't know, bro.
We know Arthur Blank though, so we know Arthur Blank. I done did it. I thought it was it ain't the players. We done been through enough GMs like Matt Ryan with them quarterback coaches. Arthur Blank the problem. Arthur Blank the problem. Arthur Blank is the problem. Like he needs to go ahead and sell. I think one of the main reasons he ain't sell because he say nobody gonna keep the team in Atlanta. I don't believe that. You know how contracts work. You can put it in the contract that we stay in Atlanta. So yeah, Arthur Blank the problem.
I ain't even gonna lie. I gotta disagree with you on that. I think Arthur Blank one of the better owners around the league. I think it's a handful of owners who win on a consistent basis, and a lot of the other owners go through the same thing the Falcons going through. I personally like Arthur Blank, and what's his name? Laurie. Is Laurie the name of the Eagles owner? You gotta look that up. I think so. So I do know the Eagles owner name. I know his face, got the white hair, be slicked back. You see his forehead right there. I see him just like I see Blank. But the difference is he hired him a GM who was able to get through the tough times and keep bringing the team back. And that now one area where I agree 100% that Arthur Blank has to get better at his hiring on the people who go out and do the job he wants done. And that does come from Arthur Blank. So I'm with you on that. Like if you the head man, you got to put the people in position. Arthur Blank has to get better.
Yeah, like I'm gonna tell you it is. Like
I'm gonna tell you that. I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead.
No. I'm sorry, man. I was just the Tracer really put what I was saying in a better perspective. You know, I'm only 27, so you know, I'm
nah, you good, bro.
But you put that in a way better perspective. Like, yeah, like you know, Arthur came in getting Vic, so you know, and I love Vic, so I see what you're saying. Yeah, he is one of the better owners, but his hiring process.
Yeah, let me say this. His delegation process has to improve because he wanted to hire Bill Belichick last year.
Yes,
ain't no doubt in my mind. Bill Belichick would have done something with this team, but it probably wouldn't have. I don't know, but I know Bill Belichick is a great coach. I know his history. All right, Arthur Blank listened to the people he put around him and didn't hire Bill Belichick. So.
I feel that.
You feel me? So it's not him, man.
I feel that too because I wanted Bill too. Now, what I say with Philly is like, because I had to man up and tell my brother, you was right, I was wrong, because he called this with the draft because he a fan of Cooper DeJean. He was watching Buddy at Iowa, telling me about him. I was caught up on Michael Penix at Washington. Mm-hmm. He like, nah, this white boy here, this is who we need to draft. He like, man. Then he said, this what he talking about. He want to switch his team because he was seeing how they got the whole Georgia defense. He like, that ain't nothing but front office stuff. That's front office. He's like, this is the front office. He's like, from how we draft to how we trade, all of it is front office.
And see, you say you how old are you?
27.
Man, and I'll tell you what, man. Go Google Taylor Smith, Rankin Smith. They were the owners before Arthur.
Yeah, I went to North Atlanta back when he went to school. It was North Fulton, north side of North Fulton. I went to North Atlanta. He graduated from my high school.
Who?
The founder of the Falcons.
Oh, he went to North. Okay, Rankin Smith. I didn't know that. I went to North Fulton. That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I never knew that.
You know, when I was in high school, they brought North Fulton and North Side together and made North Atlanta. So
but that guy, Rankin Smith and Taylor Smith, they were considered the Jed Clampetts of the NFL. That's what they called them. And bro, they made some of the dumbest decisions. They hired coaches twice, then fire them. They hired Marion Campbell, the swamp fox. That's what they called him.
Oh, it was like that
twice. and he was at a losing record twice.
My granddad told me it was bad. Like his favorite player was William Andrews. I think that's around the time when he came up from the country to Atlanta when the Falcons, was getting their team stuff. His favorite player.
That was my favorite player also. So shout out to your family, man.
Oh yeah, granddad, he been he the reason why I'm such a big Falcon fan. My first game seeing Vic running the end zone, I'm like, who all these folks cheering for?
You better believe that, boy. You see Vic run the end zone, and you young, boy, you gonna be a fan of whoever he playing for.
I remember playing for Cascade Wolverine, Adamville Vikings, Ben Hill. Everybody wanted to wear number 7. Everybody wanted to do undo their chin straps like Vic. Ref stopping the game, telling you buckle that chin strap up, man. You ain't Vic.
Yeah.
But like no, like this did, but like I like Trey, you 100% right. That GM, I don't know that GM up there in Philly. He a smart man, way smarter than Terry Fontenot. Because I really want to see the Falcons succeed while I'm alive and young. You know what I mean?
Hey, let me say this. Just last year, Philadelphia fans was calling for that GM's head and that head coach.
And the head coach. And the head coach.
So let's stick to let's give these guys another year and see what they do.
That's what I did. I agree with that. And I was even so I even chilled on Kyle Pitts. And I don't like, and I told them, I said trade him, but I said, no, let's see what he do. Yeah, I'm gonna be the nice person. That's what we want to do, play nice ball. Everybody say I'm too mean when it comes to football. So let's play nice ball. Keep everybody one more year. Keep them all one more year, and let's see where it go from there.
I agree. I like that.
Let's play nice ball. But if I'm being mean, if we want to win how Nick Saban Bill them was winning, they didn't care about nobody's feelings up there.
Hey, so look, so speaking of how the fans wanted the guys' jobs and the way they do things in other markets, I'm gonna relate it to Arthur Blank and continue to talk about things Blank could do better. One thing I personally think Blank could do better. Number one, we got to stop the Falcon for life theory. We got to stop the Falcon for life method, I should say. We have to stop the Falcon for life method. When someone came in, they did a lot for the organization, but when they are not producing anymore, you have to move on. You have to see if you can get better.
You talking about the player too long, right?
Yes, 100%.
I'll give you an example.
I salute. Yes.
I'll give you an example. Yeah. And I hate to say it, Grady Jarrett.
Boy, 10 years too long. Imagine what that trade value would have been.
It ain't too long. It's just the value of his production and the money he's getting ain't there. Ain't worth it. Now, if let's say he comes down on his price tag, he could be a formidable, serviceable player for us, and we can get somebody else to fill in the defense for his salary. Then I'm all for it. But what he's getting paid top dollar, he's not producing top sacks, top production.
He didn't become Aaron Donald this season.
Yeah.
No, and he's not. That's not Grady's game. Grady is what, over 30 now, and Grady coming off a major injury. So that's so great. Grady was one of the players, man. Matt and Julio. Like Matt and Julio, man. I love Matt and I love Julio, but I don't think he would have ever let either one of them go if it didn't happen the way it happened with both of them. Julio said, man, forget this, man. I don't want to deal with y'all no more. But if it wasn't for that, he would have held on to Julio. Julio would have been playing 2 games a year, going to a half of practice, and he still would have been making $8 million. And I love Julio. I'm just saying the truth. Julio started being hurt all the time. They would have held on to Julio. Matt, you could see that Matt didn't have the arm strength to play deep into his 30s like a Matt Stafford or like a Tom Brady. Not that Tom Brady had one of the strongest arms, but he had a little more on it than Matt. And you can see that you can see that you need to put a plan in place to replace Matt. But I know Matt did a lot for the organization, but they didn't even put a plan in place to see who we could replace Matt with one day. Right. And those are the things that Arthur Blank has to get better at.
We had TJ Yates and Matt Schnaub too, and we couldn't do nothing with that when they both were left and had great careers in Houston.
All right, well, man. Check it out, man. We got somebody else want to come up, man. Thank you for joining us, man.
Hey, that's love. Appreciate you coming through.
Man, I always love talking to y'all, man. We gonna get it right one day.
All good. You best believe that. All right, be safe.
All right, we're gonna bring up Joe, man.
What's going on, boys? Man, I love the show, man. I'm at work right now though, so you know what I'm saying. But I just want to talk to you guys. I'm not a Falcons fan, but I watch a lot of sports, and I seen the recent hiring. They fired the defensive coach. Do you think watching, could this be Raheem Moore's job if this defense don't get right? With that hiring, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, the temperature, man. The temperature and reading what people are saying and just the temperature around the Falcons. Oh yeah, he's definitely on the hot seat. And if he don't do something, if we don't get to the playoffs next year and look good doing it, oh yeah, he's gonna be out of here. I believe he's gonna have a 2 and done if he don't do it. But if I hope that don't happen. I feel like he's smart enough not to let that happen. I think that's why he fired Jimmy Lake, because he felt the pressure.
Facts. And my other question is too, you know what I'm saying, is like, do y'all feel as Falcons fans is like, okay, Michael Penix, like, and my thing was, you know, I felt like Kirk Cousins should have finished out the rest of the season, you know what I'm saying, being that he was experienced. But then y'all turned to Michael Penix, and Michael Penix played well. But do you feel as if he would have played the course of the remaining of the season, do you think Kirk Cousins would have got y'all in the playoffs? I mean, personally, I think experience would have got y'all, but I don't know. From speaking from a Falcons fan, I just want to just know y'all perspective on that.
I can answer that. I absolutely do not believe he would have gotten us in the playoffs. I think the result would have still been the same. I mean, we lost 2 of the 3 games with Michael Penix. I think we would have lost at least 2 out of the 3 games. Kirk was hurt. Like he came out. Now he all on Good Morning this and football that and talking about how he was hurt because I think he wants to send a message to the rest of the league and say, hey, I'm really not that bad. I just was hurt. And Kirk was hurt. The coaches kept him in there too long. I don't think he would have gotten us there. Now, if Kirk would have been in the same health that he was in the beginning of the season, doing a 6-3 run, I think maybe they could have finished the season a little better than they did. But playing the way he was playing, all the interceptions mounting again and again and again, the frustration that was coming from the players, the coaches, and the owner, they had to move on from Kirk. I just don't think he would have gotten it done. It was trending down. It was just trending down on.
Gotcha.
Well, yeah, as Trey said, yeah, he was hurt, man. He got hurt week 10, so he say. And I mean, I ain't gonna lie, like those last 3 games with Penix played, it gave me as a Falcon fan some excitement and enjoyment watching it, and something to look forward to next year, knowing that he can play ball. I would have hated to go into the offseason not knowing what I know now.
Okay, and I got one more.
Gave us some hope.
And I got one more question for y'all. What y'all gonna do with Kyle Pitts, man? He been, man, bro. I mean, being a Florida boy, I like the Kyle Pitts, but dang, man, he just ain't been it up in Atlanta, man. I don't know what's up.
Man, I think Kyle Pitts just need to put some hustle behind his butt, man. Show some effort. He got the talent, but he has to show effort out there on the field. And if he starts showing effort out there on the field and stop taking plays off, he'll be all right. And that's just probably some immaturity on his part. So he has to grow up because he can play. I've seen him make some good plays this year. I seen a good catch to the left sideline. I forgot who we played. It was a ball Kurt threw, and Pitts caught that ball, and I was like, wow, he got some talent, man. He just got to just not take plays off. Just act like you running hard. Even if you run, just make the face or something. Do something, man. Like, I don't know what's his problem, man. He just be like,
hey, man.
Man, fake the effort, man. Fake it till you make it, bro.
Hey, man, for anybody listening to this and not actually watching, I wish you could have seen the face B Rich just made. But it took Joe everything not to laugh. Hey, but to your point, so hearing the way the coach and GM spoke, and right before you go, Joe, hearing the way the coach and GM spoke about Kyle Pitts at the end of the year, he wasn't mentioned and spoken about in the same light as Drake London, Michael Penix, and Bijan Robinson, and Mooney, as far as that goes, as far as having a unit that you need to keep together. So I think Kyle Pitts is already looked at as being on the outside as far as the coach and the GM. Now, your franchise quarterback came along and said he has to get the best out of Kyle Pitts. He wants to work with Kyle Pitts. So that's going to make the GM and coaches' ears perk up. And let's see. I think they're going to see what they can get out of him. They're going to see how things are going. And if it's still looking bad, come middle of the season when it's time to trade and the trade deadline hits, I think they're gonna make a move and move Kyle Pitts. I don't think Terry Fontenot will let him just go without getting something for him. So either he's gonna pan out and show promise in the beginning, or they're gonna let him go. And that's kind of scary at the same time, because how many players we know play good during them contract years and show out to get a big contract. And next thing you know,
I'm just speaking for one of my guys. I'm a Jaguar fan. Like, he balled out last year. And then the next year, it was like y'all see the product on the field. So I mean, I definitely agree with you on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you remember Haynesworth? You remember Albert Haynesworth?
Yep, I remember him too. Yep, from the Titans.
Boy. Yeah, and then he went to Washington, and it was never the same.
Never the same. Yep. But I just want to show y'all boys some love, man. I'm always following y'all, man. Y'all really put on for the city and just the state of Georgia, man. And I'm gonna continue to watch y'all. Salute Water Boys, man. Good.
Thank you, Joe.
Appreciate
that, man.
Hey,
Be
man,
safe out
hey,
there.
man, Joe.
What's up?
Comment, and share, man. On all platforms, man. We love for your support on that. Thank you.
Oh, for sure.
All right.
All right, Joe.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. That was dope, man. I appreciate the fellas checking in and giving their opinion to what's going on. Do we have any comments out there in the IG verse that we haven't seen? Because we can see our comments on Facebook, YouTube, and even if something comes down from TikTok or Twitch, we can see, but we can't see the IG. Is there anything out there that we should be aware of that anyone wants to say to us about what's going on?
Let me look, man.
Man, dog, why you look for that? To shift from our Falcons and put some of the focus on the guys who went home with the trophy last night, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think New York Giants fans are saying, knowing they had to watch Saquon Barkley hold up the championship trophy 1 year after you let him go, with the Philadelphia Eagles at that, with someone in your division? That's like us letting Bajan go, and he goes and wins a championship with the Saints, Bucks, or even the Panthers.
Man, whoever the GM is for the Giants, he should be fired. He didn't get nothing for him. They just let him walk for free.
Yeah, they let him go. Told him, yeah, it's a video out there where he's telling him, hey, we care about you so much that we're gonna let you go test. You feel you need to be able to go and see what your worth is, and if you still want to come back and you find that out, you can bring that information back and we can talk about it. And Saquon took it as an insult, like, dog, I don't need to go see what my worth is. Like, you drafted me. I've been in that building. You know what my worth is as a player. You know what my worth is as a personality and a leader in the locker room. And this what you say?
I got some comments.
Go ahead.
320 Neat. First off, she leaves 2 comments, or they leave 2 comments. They say, y'all the best show. Thank you, 320 Neat. But this was the funny part. He said, New York Giants packed the GM office up before Kendrick performed.
I bet he did. I bet he did. Yeah. He was closing his door right as Kendrick was saying, yeah. But he was closing his door, getting on up out of there, man. Hey, man, I feel just once in my young 42 years, I would love for Atlanta to finally win the championship. So is that asking for too much? No, it's not to ask for the Falcons or the Hawks to finally bring one home. We know what it felt like to see them Braves bring one home. Me, B Rich, and some of our other partners, everybody has their group chats. Yeah. And one of our group chats is a sports group chat. And I remember when the Braves won, and just the conversation we had about it and the feeling that we had, man. I was in the room. I let my kids stay up later. You know what I'm saying? I was in the room with my wife and my kids, man, and we all celebrated the championship. And we all talked about how the A hat, you know what I'm saying? The A hat, where is that? I got one. I got one right over here. I always keep them close.
Oh, that's that old school with Dale Murphy, yeah. Atlanta Braves.
Yeah, y'all. I always keep the A hat close. We talked about how it's crazy that the Braves won the championship because the A, no matter where you go, the A is the one that walks around and represents the city. When people see the A, they know it's Atlanta. And so that was a great feeling. But us Falcon fans and Hawks fans, people who are fans of Hawks and Falcons as well, man, we want to feel that for the Falcons. And actually, man, football is king. Like I'm with you, Kenfolk. I want to see the Falcons win a championship. Is that too much? I'm a little older than you. Is that too much? Hey, man. Look, he said Atlanta will go back to Freaknik 93, 95. The Falcons finally win one. You best believe it. Everybody hanging out of cars. Women gonna be said, boy, the old auntie is gonna come back out with knee pads and Ben Gay. It's going down.
And they might reopen Club Nicky's after that, man.
Hey, man, it's going down in the streets of Atlanta.
Man, I tell you, man, all the black major highways or roads was lit. You had Memorial Drive. What's that? Memorial Drive where the atrium is? Is that what that is? That was lit. You had what's Starlight on? What's that? Glint Moreland Avenue was lit. Atlanta Metropolitan was lit. Man, man, them whole streets was wall to wall, traffic stop, girls out on their cars, shaking their ass, niggas in trucks. Everything was lit, man. It was so dope, man, to just see the excellence of young black college students having fun in the middle of the street, celebrating in Atlanta, pissing all the folks off that had to go to work.
Hey man, dog, it was crazy. Man, it was crazy. Man, like, hey dog, if the Falcons win, it's gonna definitely. He say the bounce on Bankhead back in the day, the bounce used to be crazy, man. Like it's gonna be a good feeling. And hey, man, we know Philadelphia going crazy right now. It's cheese whiz and cheese steaks going everywhere, boy. Greenbrier Mall parking lot.
Right
Hey
there.
man, I'm telling you, man. Right.
South DeKalb parking lot. Greenbrier Mall, man, that was so lit, man. Hey, I'm from over there. I'm from Southwest Atlanta. Should have went to Thurl, but ended up going to North Atlanta. Man, me and my homies, man, we used to go to Greenbrier and we was like, hey, man, you can't leave till you get a number. Everybody had to get a phone number, man. Sometimes we'd do 5 numbers. Be there all Saturday trying to get phone numbers. They had a movie theater at Greenbrier, man. You used to go down the escalator, and I think it was like 3 or 4 theaters, man. We used to go out. I seen Eddie Murphy Raw, the comedy show at that Greenbrier, and I saw the Blues Brothers. That was my first rated R movie that my mother and my father took me to see, the Blues Brothers, man. At that theater, I was like, "Oh man, I get to see an R movie." Oh, you remember your first rated R movie, man?
Man, shoot, probably something I saw at the crib. Probably something I saw at the crib. 48 Hours or something like that.
Yeah.
I remember sneaking and watching 48 Hours. I remember being like, boy, that guy sure want to get. I ain't even gonna say the word he was trying to get. He kept saying it one word he was trying to get, but we never called it that. But it was funny. He kept using this one word that he kept saying he was trying to get, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Kenfo say he saw boy Friday 30 years ago inside Greenbrier, and them Negroes were acting a fool. Boy, I bet they were.
Wow, that's crazy, Kenfolk. Hey, I could tell you from Atlanta, cause that's how we talk, Kenfolk. That's some goody mob.
Man, hey, but man, the season is officially over for the entire NFL. Our season was over, you know, at the first week of January as Falcon fans, but the season is finally over. What's some of the things that stood out to you about this NFL season?
As far as with the Falcons or the season?
No, just everybody, just NFL period, man.
Let me think of something, Trey. Let me think of something.
Well, yeah, I go ahead and jump in while you think of it.
Go ahead.
Lamar Jackson should have been the MVP. Shout out to Josh Allen for the good season he had. Lamar Jackson is still the MVP. Yes, he had Derrick Henry, but you can't penalize the man for who he played with. The man had the stats. The man had the wins. They may have lost to Buffalo, and that's really what it was. When they lost to Buffalo, they decided they were gonna give it to Josh over him, man. That's one of the things. Derrick Henry still got it, man. Derrick Henry still has it. It was a foolish move to let him go, and for the Giants to let Saquon go. Running backs still showing up. Something else, man. Defense, dog. Like, it was some defenses this year that really showed up, man. The Eagles defense rounded into shape as the middle of the season went on, man. And the Broncos was a tough defense. They didn't even have, man. The Broncos had a tough defense, man. Kansas City,
come in.
Yeah, man. Kansas City had a tough defense, man. It was just. It's a lot of things to go through. And man, the downfall of the 49ers this season, I think that's one of the major surprises that happened in the league, to see the 49ers have the fall that they had this year. And of course, for us, $100 million for the broke Achilles.
Man, I would say, man, the 49ers, man, the Christian McCaffrey, he never started the year off right, so that kind of wasn't surprising. I hate that he hurt himself in that snow game. What I did notice about the league, man, it was the league of defenses and mobile quarterbacks. A league of defenses and mobile quarterbacks, man. If you had a mobile quarterback and you had a good defense, you was in the playoffs pretty much. I really thought the Pittsburgh Steelers was going to have a really great year and go deep in the playoffs the way they started against the Falcons and the way J.J. Watt is. I don't know what happened. They cooled off.
TJ.
What I say, JJ?
You got the brother confused. Yeah, TJ.
TJ Watts, man, he really did his thing, man. Like
facts.
Like one of the best defensive players I've seen in a minute. But yeah, man, if you notice, man, let's think about all the playoff teams. They had great defenses and they had mobile quarterbacks. I can't think of one team that didn't have a mobile quarterback that made the playoffs this year. Can you think of somebody?
Rams.
Matthew Stafford. He could move a little bit, but he has a cannon, and he has a chip on his shoulder too. He won a chip.
Yeah.
It's not many though. The Rams didn't. Their defense was okay. They weren't all that. They got in. They got in the playoffs. They hit a hot streak, and they beat the Vikings, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They sent the Vikings home, man. Disappointing season for the Vikings.
Man, let me tell you another thing. The league is as exciting as ever. The league is as exciting as ever. As some of the old guards move out, the Tom Brady, you know what I'm saying, the Drew Breeses, the Matt Ryans, like some of those older quarterbacks, the Cams and all those guys were moving out over the last like 4 and 5 years. Man, look at all the new fresh quarterbacks. Man, you can look now and say Pat Mahomes is one of the older veteran quarterbacks in this league, and he's still in his 20s. You got Jaden Daniels, you got Michael Penix. Man, shall I say somebody I was wrong about, at least about this year? Got Bo Nix. Man, you got players in this league who look like, man, the league is as exciting as ever. And of course, we have Josh Allen, man. Of course, we have Lamar. Of course, we have Jalen Hurts, now Super Bowl champ. And it just, man, the league is just getting, man, hey, I can't even knock. I mean, I know Cam got a lot of heat for calling him a game manager or a system quarterback, but I can't even knock Brock Purdy. Man, the league is getting as exciting as ever. The running backs are, Jared Goff. That's another quarterback that made the playoffs that wasn't mobile. Jared Goff with Detroit. But man, the league is getting exciting. The running backs are still running and going crazy. As much as they say it's a dead position or they try to devalue the position, the running backs are still showing up. The young guy in Detroit who got drafted after Bijan in the first round. You got Bijan, of course, man. Just go down the line, man. Like the league is as exciting as ever. And the wide receivers, boy, it's some nasty ones in there.
And the guy for Kansas City, man, the fastest man in this year's draft. He had 150 plus yards, 2 touchdowns in the Super Bowl. First year.
Yeah, man.
Look, got something to look forward for him. Man, you're right, man. The league is exciting, man. Something to look forward to. Unlike the NBA, the NFL, they keep picking and plugging, man. Some exciting stuff. Hey, man, you know what's frustrating playing against a running quarterback? Just watching Jalen last night, man, was like 3rd down and 8. Let's make the stop. Man, he'll drop back, nothing's open, and he runs for 9, and he gets 9. He runs for 9, and it's 3rd and 8. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. You need 8, he gets 9. Like that was happening all day long. That is so frustrating. You have it covered. You have a guy about to sack him. You see somebody just reaching out for him. They got him. Next, zoom to the right, zoom to the left, zoom in the middle. 1st down. That's what a running quarterback does. And that is so frustrating. And you saw it last night, man. He had 72 yards, man. Great game for him, man. And he did it in college, and he did it in the pros. And, man, I was watching this morning. I was watching the football on ESPN on one of them channels, NFL Network. And they ask our boy, man, seeing Jalen Carter, man, the former Bulldog. Hey, man, which one feels better? the national college chip or this? And he said, oh man, I love the college football chip and all my homies, man. But hey, this feels great. Just seeing them, man. Like I didn't think about that, man. A lot of the Eagles, man, they built their team amongst winners. Amongst winners. And that has to rub off, man. That has to rub off. Putting all these guys that done won chips on the team, that's the mentality they have. They don't know anything other. Man, that's a great strategy, man. If I was a GM, I'd get one player each year that won a chip on my team. At least one player each year. Have them on my team so that mentality is set the locker room on fire. You know what I mean? They used to winning. Definitely would do that.
Hey, look, I'm gonna take this time since you brought Jalen Hurts up. I'm gonna take this time to issue a public apology, man. I owe you a public apology, Jalen Hurts. When Jalen Hurts was in college, when he was at Alabama, I told my family I did not believe Jalen Hurts was going to be a starting NFL quarterback. Boy, you made me look like a fool. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts, son of a coach, went to Oklahoma, up this game, came into the pros, and has proven that he is much more than my crazy thoughts ever thought that he would be. Shout out to that man for the way he plays. Shout out to that man for the way he handles things with his team. Shout out to that man for the way he handles his business off the field and the whole female staff that he's assembled that work for him, that do work for him and help him build what he's trying to build. Shout out to that man. I don't think enough people go ahead and say where they were wrong. I don't think we discuss and we were wrong. We just continue to beat the table and just move on like we didn't say certain things. I never said it on the podcast because by that time he was in the pros by the time we started the podcast. But I do want to go ahead and issue that. And man, Jalen Hurts turned out to be much better than I thought. I thought Tua was going to be better than Jalen Hurts, and I still think Tua could be a good quarterback. The injuries, I don't know if he's going to ever reach that same potential, man. Shout out to Jalen Hurts and everything you accomplished, man. I salute to you.
Shout out. Hey, Trey, I want to take it somewhere else for a minute, man. I'm going to read this statement, then I'm going to go in there, but let's read a couple comments first. Ken Folk says, Georgia Philly dogs. I like that. I'll be calling them all the time. Lord knows Atlanta should have had all them boys playing in Atlanta instead of picking them down Montana Tech Christian College.
Hey, man. Hey, I just bust out laughing when I saw that Montana Tech Christian College. Hey, man, that's funny.
Dominique Jenkins. Bama offense, UGA Philly GM was smart and Saquon proving New York wrong. That's what's up. He sure did. Let me see. Quentin Jones. You have to look how that team got built, and they picked up a lot. With the Carson Wentz trade. Oh, they did. I didn't realize they got a lot from Carson Wentz. Instagram, Coach Burton, quite a few SEC players from Bama and Georgia on the Eagles roster. Jay Money need to send Grady and Pitts and a few picks to Cleveland for Myles Garrett. Someone said that early. Coach Burton, he proves that work ethic is everything. All right, man. Let me read this, man. Let me read this. All righty. Last night's Super Bowl halftime performance. Kendrick Lamar. All right. I want to talk about the Super Bowl halftime entertainment, but I want to read this. This is something Kendrick Lamar said before he performed. He said, the revolution about to be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy. K-Dot. He pretty much told you, man, he was the wrong guy to do the halftime Super Bowl. What'd you think, Trey? Tell me about your feelings about the Super Bowl performance last night by Kendrick Lamar.
Hey, man, I said it last night, but we didn't have as many people on as we do today. Shout out to Kendrick. Shout out to Jay-Z for picking Kendrick. It was a win for hip-hop, and I'm always glad to see hip-hop win. I'm always glad to see rap music rise to the top. But I did not enjoy it. When people say, were you not entertained? No, I was not. I was not entertained. I mean, I don't want to hear about subliminal messages people want to tell me about. I'm watching the performance and I'm just judging it on like if I feel like somebody's really killing it. I get that it was choreography. I get that there was symbolism, but as a whole, me personally, I just didn't enjoy it. And I can have my opinion. I see folks going crazy. Let me tell you, boy, your IQ level is so low. If you didn't understand what Kendrick was trying to do, is show that America needs a black man. There's a black man dressed like America. And that shows you that the black man needs to be on top. You understand what I'm saying? And we did it in front of the president. Then there was a flag with that flag, and there was a football game. And it shows that, yes, those white referees out there dressed in zebra shirts are throwing flags, but we represent a different flag and all that little stuff y'all want to throw out the dog.
The woke folks.
Hey,
some people too woke.
Listen, man, you can throw out whatever you want. I just personally, it wasn't my cup of tea. And you coming from anybody who knows me, know I'm all about lyrics. First and foremost, I'm all about music meaning something. Go find my music and you will see that my music that I made, it was all about something that had meaning. And I love that about Kendrick, that he makes music with meaning. But as a whole and a performance, I just wasn't into it, man. I just wasn't into it.
Now we talking my talk, man. This is where I come from. I come from the world of entertainment, and I like to talk about this. Kendrick Lamar, one of the greatest rappers of all time, top 5 for sure. Kendrick Lamar don't have the catalog for a Super Bowl. He does not have the catalog for a Super Bowl. Jay-Z and those guys got it wrong on that. They went with a hot song and a hot topic and made him the Super Bowl headliner. I really thought it would have worked if Kendrick would have had kind of like how Dr. Dre did his in LA when he had, Mary J, 50 and all them people come through. Kendrick could have done something. He kept it TDE, he kept it SZA, and that was it. I've never seen a Super Bowl performance where they didn't have another headliner come in and help out, man. One Super Bowl had Bruno Mars, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and other people, bro. I just don't understand how they thought Kendrick, a lyricist at that. You got exactly what you thought when you thought Kendrick was gonna perform. That's exactly how I saw the performance going down. That's what he gave you. He gave you animation through his body movement. I love the, but it just wasn't for the Super Bowl. Now, when Not Like Us came on, that was the moment you saw Serena Williams crip walking. Everybody had a good time. In a perfect world, I know this wouldn't have happened because of the Drake situation, but it should have been Lil Wayne doing his thing, bringing out Kendrick Lamar to do Not Like Us and stuff of that matter, just to hide his artist. But that wouldn't happen because of the Drake thing, the Drake situation and Kendrick situation. But the NFL got it wrong on this. Jay-Z got it wrong. You should have had Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne has the catalog. Lil Wayne has the relationships to where he would have had people out there. Lil Wayne would have brought Beyonce out. Lil Wayne would have brought T.I. out. Lil Wayne would have brought the Cash Money Millionaires out. Lil Wayne has features with damn near the whole music industry, and he would have brought them out, and they would have performed them songs, and we would have been talking about, man, that was a great Super Bowl performance, just like we did with Usher last year. So you dropped the ball. You brought a real hip-hop head to do the Super Bowl halftime show, and we got exactly what I thought we would get. Now, Not Like Us, I was happy. I loved the format. Uncle Sam with Samuel Jackson. All that was cool. That was more for the Grammys, my bro. That was more for the Grammys. That wasn't for the Super Bowl. Now, if he would have done that exact thing on the Grammys, oh, man, his sales would have rocketed. He'd have been, oh, man, he's the best ever, this or that, because that's what that was for. That was for the Grammys. That wasn't for the Super Bowl halftime show. And I'm not dissing Kendrick Lamar because, by God, I know I like Kendrick Lamar. I remember when we did the BET Cypher with Kendrick Lamar, when B.O.B. and Kendrick, and B.O.B. held his own against Kendrick in that Cypher. So I got a chance to meet him, talk to him. He did a song with us. I like Kendrick. K-Dot, that's my dude. But that wasn't for a halftime show. Now, if they would have had supporting acts to help him out and do that, cool. But I will tell you what it helped. It's going to help his touring. If he does anywhere have those dancers like that, those choreography like that for his
he does. He has stuff like that when he tours.
It's gonna be stupid. It's gonna be stupid. I mean, some people, they like the Super Bowl performance by Kendrick. I've heard some people like it, but the masses, that wasn't for that. We need entertainment. You need to have a catalog. Kendrick didn't have that catalog for the Super Bowl. He has the catalog for the Grammys, catalog for touring. I like Kendrick's salute, but that wasn't it, y'all. Y'all should have had him some help out there. Should have been 3 headliners to go with that. And he should have did Not Like Us in that Mustard song and been out.
Listen,
That's
man,
what I got to say about that.
And do me a favor. Don't fall out with your people on that. Don't fall out with your people over Kendrick Lamar performing. Please, because I'm seeing people falling out about it. And stop trying to subliminally tell me, see, we had Samuel L. Jackson dressed like Uncle Sam. See, Uncle Sam, Samuel L. Jackson. The L stands for the L that we as black people been taking our whole lives in this country. I don't
taking losses.
I don't want to hear all that, dog. Like, I get what you say. I'm all with deep meaning and saying things that stand up for us as a people and our culture and can try to help all these young men in these neighborhoods and these young women in these neighborhoods to start thinking together where we headed to. Trust me, that's the music that I like the most. But I just wasn't personally with it. But last but not least, do not fall out with your people. And it doesn't mean that someone is not intelligent because they didn't like the performance. All right? It kind of shows that you're unintelligent by thinking intelligence should be based on if someone likes a certain type of music or not. But anyway, man, let's talk about what Michael Cruz put up He said, have you guys seen this? I saw a video clipping of Cam Jordan talking about us. Said someone asked him a question about Tampa. Is there a bigger rival? He said, I don't know about that because our biggest rival is Atlanta. You know, Jordan, he played for the Saints. He said, but if Tampa wants to be our rival, he said, whatever he was saying, Atlanta is known. Then he said, what is our take on that? What is our take on if the Saints is Atlanta's biggest rival and if Atlanta is the Saints' biggest rival?
By far.
I think, yeah, by far. Like, Saints fans really want to see Atlanta lose. I can't imagine all the shots that were taken the night that the Falcons end up losing that Super Bowl to the Patriots. They were going crazy. Just like Falcons fans, we celebrated whenever the Saints lose. I don't think it's that way with Tampa. We division rivals, but it's not the same.
Man, is New Orleans and the Falcons a rivalry? Man, this is a college rivalry. This is one of the best rivalries in the NFL. There's no other hate more than the Falcons hate the Saints and the Saints hate the Falcons. We hate the Saints and the Saints hate us. F the Saints. Now, that answers your question.
There it is, man. Yeah, man. There it is.
Ken Folks said, when it comes to music, in my opinion, he would never have had a crowd response if he was performing this out on the West Coast. But I truly thought he was going to bring out Lil Wayne as a surprise. Ken Folks Sims, bro, you're going to laugh. And you can ask Trey and Doug. I've been talking about this all month. I said, this is what's going to happen. Kendrick's going to perform. He's going to bring out Wayne. And Wayne's going to bring out Drake. And it's going to shock the world. That's what I really thought was going to happen. But then when I Googled it and I saw Drake was still in Australia, I was like, well, then he's going to bring out Wayne and the excuse is going to be I was in Australia. But none of that happened. That man brought a TDE artist, SZA out, and that was it. And, he brought out Mustard. Shout out to Mustard. You look good out there, my boy. Keep doing your thing. I actually know that, brother.
Man, he should have let SZA do one of her songs. Like, SZA got some hits. Like, he should have like let her do like a quick hook or verse from one of her songs, man. You know, like, I think that would have been dope. I mean, that's what other artists have been doing when they bring out.
He should have brought out
help on stage.
He should have brought out Juvenile. He should have brought out somebody. What's the New Orleans artist, man? Juvenile. Should have brought out Kevin Gates. Should have brought out somebody, man.
Hey, boy, I don't get tired, man.
I got 2 phones. As y'all know, I used to manage Kevin Gates for 5 years, man. I can tell you some real stories about that, brother. For real.
Yeah, man. But hey, man, we didn't hit that hour mark, my brother. What you?
All right, well, let's read some more comments, man, and hit the road. You read the Facebook comments. I'll read the Instagram comments, man.
Oh, man, what's the last thing you talked about? Dominique said it could have been better. Who was the showrunner? He also said he could have played better songs. There's a time and place for everything. Jonathan Bell said the same thing. We've been saying, I hope Terry was watching what a good defense looks like. Please start drafting and bringing in some defensive players. Yeah, let's hope the scouting department can bring the right players in. Yeah, so that's we caught up on Facebook.
All right, Instagram, JMoney62700 says, at least it wasn't Taylor Swift performing.
Hey, I feel you on that, though. I don't want to see that either. I'm with you on that. I don't want to see Taylor Swift.
JMoney62700 says, no ATL rivalry doesn't get enough credit in NFL. New Orleans, Atlanta rivalry doesn't get enough credit in NFL circles. Yeah, I agree with you, man. So that's it for that, man. What I want to do before we leave, Trey, is I want to go pay some bills. And I want y'all to go buy some merch. So we're going to play y'all a couple of our commercials, man. See what y'all think, man. Definitely need y'all support. But here's the first one right here.
See, you need Dr. Black.
What you looking at, bro?
Bro, I'm trying to find urgent care, man. My head hurt, bro. I haven't recovered from the Super Bowl loss for the Falcons 5 years ago.
You still tripping about the Super Bowl?
Yes. My head hurt.
Man, that was 8 years ago.
Man, do you have a doctor? Because I can't find one.
I can hit my partner, Dr. Black, up.
What's going on? See, you need Dr. Black. Steel Pulse Medical Association.
Bro, how you get here so fast? And where Trey at?
Can't tell you that. Meet me in the back of the truck. Back of the truck? Seem to be the problem here, my brother.
My head hurt, man. Ever since the Super Bowl loss, man. I haven't been able to recover.
Okay, I see. Pressure's a little high there. You know what? I've been dealing with people with this problem for about 8 years now. I think I know exactly what you need. Hold on 1 second. Hold 1 second. Gotta put you on the BPB therapy. This is the blood pressure birds. You see that? Blood pressure birds. They have to put this on every morning. Every morning you get 2 compliments, you're gonna feel a lot better. Put that on.
Where you been? Man, I feel so much better though.
I told you, Dr. Black, get you back on track,
Jack.
Yeah, that's that blood pressure bird shirt. These blood pressure birds are stressing me out, man. You can find that blood pressure bird shirts at 285clothing.com. Go ahead, Be Rich.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the chat, y'all. Here's the next commercial right here.
We don't serve crawfish flavored wings.
Yeah, baby, I made it. We're here, strikeout wings, baby. Yeah, time to go and get down, baby. They got Cajun ranch, Cajun dry. Oh man, baby.
Welcome to Strikeout Wings. The only strikeout that's a hit every time. What you need?
Hey, baby, I want to get one of them.
Hold on, brother. Hold on, slow down. Are you a Saints fan?
Yes, sir, baby.
Be Rich. That dude a Saints fan.
What?
Hey, let me tell you, guess what?
What's that, man?
We don't serve Saints fans. This a Falcon City, my guy. We don't serve crawfish flavored wings. You gotta go get that from somewhere else. We don't have crawfish.
My money ain't good up in here.
But this ain't even real money. Them little Wayne bucks. Let me say it to you again a little slower. We don't serve crawfish flavored wings. Get up out of here. Second line back down the street. We don't like nothing Saints. Drew Brees can't eat here. Sean Payton can't eat here. And my guy, you can't eat here. Looking like a big black mole out Drew Brees' face. Get on up out of here. Strikeout Wings, we'll hit every time. But you just struck out, my guy. We'll holler at you.
They won't even serve you at their restaurant.
Hey, man, I got a couple more commercials to show, man. Hey, look, that's Strikeout Wings. Trey, tell them about Strikeout Wings. It's so good.
Yeah, man. Strikeout Wings, man. I'm talking about, man, best wings in the state of Georgia, man. Look up Strikeout Wings. That's strikeout spelled normal and wings with a Z. Strike out wings. ATL. Strikeout Wings with a Z. ATL on social media. They have a location on Bankhead. They have another location on Peachtree Street. They got the TVs. They got everything going on. You can get you some good wings, man. And on Tuesdays, they have 69-cent wing. You can get you a 100-piece for $69. You can get you a 10-piece for $6.90. Can't beat them prices in this economy. Trust me, I know. My kids love wings and my pockets feel it.
Oh, boy, why we can't make the playoffs? All because they wanted to pay $100 million for a broke Achilles. But look at the Eagles out there balling. All Georgia players out there. How in the world a team from Philly have more Georgia players than a team from Georgia? Boy, I know you ain't talking. You a Saints fan. Boy, y'all suck too. Come on, get you a seat, my guy. Get you a seat right here next to mine. Look at that. Look at all them coaches. Every last one on pants legs pulled down. But our coach, no, his pants leg pulled up. This Adam's apple. My God. There you go. Time out. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. You take a time out. But our coach, he wanted to take his to the club. All you gotta do is take a time out. Look at that boy, Jaden Daniels. That boy is balling. Or Ricky, that's all they had to do. Put in the do-rag dude and ride the wave. Go Falcons. That could have been us, Coach Morris, but you out here playing. Pants legs pulled up to your hairline. Where you say y'all get this sauce from? Ooh, y'all must have got this from the fat section in heaven. Boy, I'm trying to tell you, boy, he's good right here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna talk to Blank. Blank need to put y'all in the stadium. Y'all need to be in the bins. We need strikeout wings. We don't need $2 hot dogs.
I got one more. I got one more, man. That was hilarious. Hey, man, that aged pretty well, too, didn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, boy, these strikeout wings up. Oh, stop eating all the wings up. That Clint Capella, you can't make a layup to save your life.
Man, why you always on Clint Capella? The man out there doing his job. He out there getting rebounds, playing defense.
Every time he make a rebound, he misses the layup, bro.
Man, dog,
he needs to get back out.
That's bad basketball,
Okay,
be rich.
Bet every time he misses, you owe me a box of wings.
Capella with a catch in traffic.
He just missed now, you owe me a box.
Finds Capella.
Yeah, keep missing, Clint. Yeah, keep missing. I'm ready for my wings.
Tray to the basket.
For my wings. He missed again. He missed again. He missed again.
Capella hooks.
Man, give me another 20.
Attempts to shoot more.
Party, let's strike out wings.
Capella missed it.
Thank you, Clint Capella. For my wings, for my wings, for my wings.
Finds Capella.
Come on, Clint.
Some more wings. I hope you got your EBT card ready, man. I got wings for days.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, I really feel like that about Clint Capella, though. That man always misses layups, bro. Oh, let me find this link
man.
enough for everybody, man. Hey, man, making those skits, man, y'all can tell I'm a terrible actor, man, but those are so fun to do, man.
Man, that one was funny, man. I know some people might not care who Clint Capella is, but that was funny. The more I watch it, man, that was really funny.
Where is this thing at? Hold on, man. 1 second, man. I'm trying to find a specific one. I'm just gonna type 285. Right there. There we go. All right, y'all. I got it. 1 second. Let me copy it. Copy. Go to the comments. And let me hey, look right here, man, to get the blood pressure bird shirts. Right here, man. Y'all support, man. Y'all click the link right there. Let me put it in IG. Let me put it in IG. Listen, Bear said, I seen this clip. I love it. Throw that Saint out there. That was funny. All right, this is the clothing link in IG. We're gonna stay on a couple more minutes for y'all to get the links. Y'all to go support. While we at, let me see if I got some more. I'm gonna do the blood pressure bird. I'm gonna do the blood pressure bird shirt again, man, so y'all can get it. Look, this is the shirt. Hey Trey, tell us how you came up with the blood pressure bird shirt, man.
Yeah, man, just doing my morning takes like I did today. When I'm talking about the Falcons, and hey, man, I'm just thinking about how it always run your blood pressure up, thinking about how they be stressing us out, man. Blood pressure birds, man. These blood pressure birds.
All right, this is the shirt right here, y'all.
Oh, boy, why we can't make the playoffs? All because they wanted to pay $100 million for a broke Achilles. But look at the Eagles out there balling. All Georgia players out there. How in the world a team from Philly have more Georgia players than a team from Georgia? Boy, I know you ain't talking. You a Saints fan. Boy, y'all suck too. Come on, get you a seat, my guy. Get you a seat right here next to mine. Look at that. Look at all them coaches. Every last one on pants legs pulled down. But our coach, no, his pants leg pulled up. This Adam's apple. My God. There you go. Time out. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. You take a time out. But our coach, he wanted to take his to the club. All you got to do is take a time out. Look at that boy, Jaden Daniels. That boy is balling. Oh, Ricky, that's all they had to do. Put in the do-rag dude and ride the wave. Go Falcons. That could have been us, Coach Morris, but you out here playing. Pants legs pulled up to your hairline. Where you say y'all get this sauce from? Ooh, y'all must have got this from the fat section in heaven. Boy, I'm trying to tell you, boy, he's good right here. Matter of fact, I'm going to talk to Blank. Blank need to put y'all in the stadium. Y'all need to be in the bins. We need strikeout wings. We don't need $2 hot dogs.
Hey, real quick, man. Also on 285, we got this shirt right here. Atlanta made. 285 logo right there. We got right there. I mean, we got some good merch right there, man, for y'all to do. And like one more time, man, like if you are suffering from anxiety and headaches from that 28-3 loss, this is the prescription for you right here.
See, you need Dr. Black.
What you looking at, bro?
Bro, I'm trying to find urgent care, man. My head hurt, bro. I haven't recovered from the Super Bowl loss for the Falcons 5 years ago.
You still tripping about the Super Bowl?
Yes. My head hurt.
Man, that was 8 years ago.
Man, do you have a doctor? Because I can't find one.
I can hit my partner, Dr. Black, up.
What's going on? See, you need Dr. Black. Steel Pulse Medical Association.
Bro, how you get here so fast? And where Trey at?
Can't tell you that. Meet me in the back of the truck. Back of the truck? Seems to be the problem here, my brother.
My head hurt, man, ever since the Super Bowl loss, man. I haven't been able to recover.
Okay, I see. Pressure's a little high there. You know what? I've been dealing with people with this problem for about 8 years now. I think I know exactly what you need. Hold on 1 second. Gotta put you on the BPB therapy. This is the blood pressure birds. You see that? Blood pressure birds. You have to put this on every morning. Every morning you get 2 compliments, you're gonna feel a lot better. Put that on.
Where you been? Man, I feel so much better though.
I told you, Dr. Black, get you back on track,
Jack. Hey, man, when you said, hey, let me tell y'all a funny story. The reason Trey wasn't in there because we needed someone to film. The person that normally films our skits wasn't there, so that's why I was like, where'd Trey go? It actually worked out pretty funny, and I can't believe that I was able to do that by myself because I'm definitely not no skit dude, man. So that was funny.
Man, you did a good job.
Thank you, man. He said, bro, I ain't recovered. All right, Calvin. Calvin, go get you a Blood Pressure Bird shirt, man. And then Pastor Anthony says, Blood Pressure Birds for sure. Yeah, get that, man. I'm glad y'all enjoying the skits, man. That take on how we ain't recruiting top talent from Georgia. Okay, you like that? The quarterback take, Calvin. We have seen so many people comment on that take, man, from Instagram to Facebook to TikTok. We really got some people that take rubbed the wrong way, man. You finna buy it, Calvin? Here, let me put the link up here for you, man. I need 2 of y'all to buy this for today. 2 of y'all. I just need 2 people to go click that link and go buy the Blood Pressure Birds shirt. And we also got one where Neek won. Trey does a take about the Hawks and Dominique losing the dunk contest to Jordan. And it's a yellow shirt. If you go to our Instagram, and on it says Neek, and then it says won. And that junk it's sweet, man. So like if you feel like Neek won the dunk contest, man, go to 285clothing.com, search the collections, search the items in the clothing, and you shall see that shirt that you can get in any size. We got all sizes for everyone, man. But yeah, I'm gonna leave this up for a few more seconds, and we finna get on out of here, man. Are you on the site? Okay, thank you, Calvin. Calvin, we expect to see that sale, man, and we thank you there so much for supporting us, man, for real.
Yes, sir.
And if you can't afford to buy a shirt, man, we got something we call digital currency. It's free. All you got to do, man, is go to all our platforms, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And fan base, and just like and comment and share, man. That's free. That's free 99, man. Show love on that, and we surely appreciate that. Thank you, Calvin. Anyone else who buys a shirt, thank you, man. We'll give you a shout out. You want to come up and talk on the show, man? Every time we do a live like this, we're gonna put a link in the chat. Oh, I forgot, Trey. And check out our newest episode that just came out today with the voice of the Atlanta Falcons, only on YouTube right now, Wes Durham. Yep. We did a whole interview with Wes Durham, and you got to see some of the questions that Trey asked Wes. Trey went in on Wes. Make sure you go check it out. Wes Durham, the voice of the Atlanta Falcons, only on our YouTube channel, our YouTube page. If you want to find the YouTube page, here's the link right there. Click that link. Well, no, that's not the link. Let me get the link for you. Let me just put the whole episode in the chat so you can have it. Copy and paste. I'm going to paste this right here. If you want to check out the episode, it's right there. There it is. In the chat. Coming up. Well, spinning. There it is. There it is. If you want to check out the Wes Durham interview that Trey Boy Play and myself in-person interview, not what we're doing right here. He actually came to the set and did the interview, man. And I ain't gonna lie, man, it's a great interview. And if you don't know, man, like we've done some great interviews. Quincy Carter, to name a few. Quincy Carter was an awesome interview. We did Champ Bailey. We did Roddy White. Roddy White was a dope interview. We did Pastor Troy, Ryan Cameron.
Facts.
Man, John Abraham, Willie Moe, and John Abraham, and we're gonna get. Oh, say Nick did that one. You like that one, Calvin? Yeah, we're gonna get Dominique on the show one day too. But anyway, Trey, go ahead and get us on out of here, brother.
Yeah, I gotta make sure that cause Doobie, shout out Doobie. Doobie said watch film on Jared Ivey, Jaden Higgins, Deion Walker, Darian. Boy, I gotta take a picture of that so I can remember to go look at all them guys, man. But yeah, hey man, we say it every single time we go on, and we want you guys to never forget it. We represent Atlanta because Atlanta represents us. Thank you for taking time out of your day to rock with the Water Boys on this Monday. Shout out to the 2024 NFL season. It has come and gone. Let's look forward to what our Falcons can do. On behalf of myself, Trey, and my partner, B Rich, the Water Boys Show, we are out.